G'day guys. Monday, so day one of this week. First portion is going to be complete 3 rounds, not for time, so for quality. We've got a bit of a rep range on here. We've got 6 to 10 single leg hamstring curls, 16 planks with the reach, and then 8 bicep curl to Arnold press. That will be done on each arm. The single leg hamstring curls, well, that is on each leg. So between 6 to 10, we'll look at scaling for that a bit after as well. But yeah, rep range there, depending on the ability of your hamstrings to be able to do the exercise. And then the 16 plank with the reach, that's total reps, so that's like 8 each side. But again, we'll go through that when we do our movement prep. You're going to move from each exercise straight into the next. So there's little to no rest between the 3 exercises. Once you've finished your third movement, just rest is required. So a minute, 2 minutes, depending how you're feeling. With the movements that are there, there's no sort of real build-up of fatigue into each one, so your rest time probably won't be that long, just depending on how you're feeling through that one. But as you should find that each round will get out a little bit harder as you work your way through. So that's our first component. The second one is the COVID-19 Hero workout, which is by CrossFit Colossus. It's as many rounds as possible in 19 minutes of 12 push-ups, 24 alternating weighted step-ups, and then 7 burpees to a target. So 19 minutes to get as many rounds through that as you can. We'll look at the movements in the workout brief as well. But in terms of the burpees to target, you're trying to get to a target and touching above your head, something that's out of reach, so something you've got to do a slightly more excessive jump than your standard burpee. And with those step-ups, that'll be alternating legs, which will be 12 each side, and then whatever push-ups are going to work for you there as well. With that workout, if you're putting anything on your socials, just tag CrossFit Colossus in that one as well, just so we can get around some fellow gym members as well. But let's have a look at these movements. Alrighty, so we're just going to have a look at these movements for the first portion. Between 10 and 6 single leg hamstring curls. So if you've got like a bit of paper or something to put your foot on, you're going to come up into a bridge, and then from there you're going to try and straighten one leg out completely. So yeah, bring that leg out straight. Good. And we're just trying to straighten that leg out on the bit of paper there, and then trying to pull it back in. Now, we haven't warmed up, or Galen hasn't warmed up either, so that's going to be pretty grabby on your hamstrings. Anyway, now what you look at doing would be doing 2 feet at a time. Good. I mean, it does depend on the surface you've got. Like it'll be easier on a really slidey surface. It'll be heaps harder on something sort of stiff. We'll see how this one goes. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, basically getting up into that bridge first, and then going through your hamstring curl between 6 to 10, depending on your ability there. If you are lucky enough to have a rower at home, you can actually use the seat on the rower as a slider. For that one. All right, the next one is your plank with a reach. So we're going to go up into a plank position, so nice and tight in that position, and then from there we're going to take one hand off. I'm going to reach through the other side. So really work on that stability of that left shoulder there. That's one. Then reaching through to the other side. If you can rotate right through, go for it as far as you want to go, but we're just trying to feel it through that arm that's still planted on the floor, so that stability through that joint there. You're going to do 16 of those, which is 8 each side. And then once you've done that, you're going to have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, depends what you've got. And this is for you, Marty. You're going to do a bicep curl to Arnold press. You're going to stay in that neutral position, curling up to the shoulder, and then that little rotation at the top as well, and then coming back down to the hip. You're going to do 8 of those, and that's going to be 8 each arm. So that'll be your 2 reps there. Some people, they try and call it a compound exercise because it's a curl and a press, but it's pretty much isolating stuff. But so that's a round. You're going to be doing 3 rounds off a time. So once you've done a round of that, just rest is required. Then go back into your second round, but have little to no rest between your movements. Okay, once we're done there, we've got our hero workout by CrossFit Colossus. So as many rounds as possible in 19 minutes. You've got 12 push-ups. These can be done from the toes, or from the knees, or from the wall if you really need to, or you can elevate yourself somehow. So 12 push-ups, you've got 24 alternating weighted step-ups. So weight in your hand, I think they prescribe like just holding it as like a goblet. Depending, you can upscale it if you wanted by having 2 dumbbells in a rack or whatever you like. But just stepping up the top, back down. You're going to swap legs each rep. Good. Until we've done 24, so 12 on each leg. Excellent. And then once you're done there, 7 burpees to target. Now, if you don't have anything to jump up and towards, just jump higher than you normally would. So down into your burpee, you can jump it or step it depending on your ability there. Jumping up, good. So with a normal burpee, we'd go for like an efficient jump where our feet just leave the ground, but for this one, we just want to have a bit of an excessive jump. So if you do have something out of reach that you can jump to, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, it'll just be as is. So it's 19 minutes to do as many rounds of that as you can. And as we said earlier, just make sure you tag CrossFit Colossus in any of your social media posts just so we can get around them as well. But yeah, the 19 minutes, we want to just be moving through consistently, scale the push-ups if needed, and go from there. But yeah, push-ups into burpees, back to push-ups again, will certainly get your chest working pretty hard. All right, have fun.